Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 of missions. Remember yesterday we met Angelina and Isabella, who dad was charged by the North American Mission Board to plant a church in Miami. Well, today we're going to New Orleans and we're going to meet Hannah. Hannah's dad has been charged to do a replant of a church right in the middle of New Orleans, but Hannah she has a special gift. Hannah loves to sing. So let's go to New Orleans and check in on Hannah and see what's going on down there.
God has changed for the glory of God and for my good. Amen.
My name is George Ross. I'm the Send missionary in New Orleans, Louisiana. My job is to start churches. I'm looking for places to start churches. That's really hard work. You have to dig into the community. When you dig into the community, you dig in and you study about the people, you dig in and you study about the history, and you dig in and you study about the needs. And when you study and dig in the community and you find those things out, you prepare to plant a church in that community. And the community that I've been planting in is called Lakeshore. And we're planting a church called Lakeshore Church NOLA. And in that community, over 11,000 people live and need to hear the good news of Jesus Christ.
I'm Hannah Ruth Ross. I'm 14 years old and I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. One of my talents is singing. I love to sing and getting to perform on Sundays. I think it's lots of fun. I used to go to a church that had lots of people, all different ages. They had kids and they had teenagers. Then we came to a church that probably had less than 10 people and they were all much older than me. I remember looking around and seeing nobody my age. My dad is a Sin City missionary in New Orleans and he looks for places in the city that needs new churches. Our new church is called a replant, where they might be struggling to pay their bills or they might be not growing like they used to be. My dad comes in and helps fix it. A replanter like my dad helped start a brand new church. 3 years later, this church is much bigger than it was before, and we have people all different ages, including our church youth group. Now I'm on the worship team and I sing on Sundays in big service. Me and my brother also lead worship for our youth group. It's kind of hard to believe that this is the same church we came to. I remember when I first came to Lakeshore, somebody telling me that no matter where you are, you should never waste your gifts. Now that's what I'm trying to do as I help my dad turn a once dying church into a growing church.
Great, all the wonderful things that's going on down in New Orleans. But now let's go internationally again as we go to London and see if we can discover what's going on with the International Mission Board as they begin to do a great work in London.
One of the first things people think about in London is the royal family. In London, you can still visit the graves of many famous kings and queens, people who at one time had a lot of power, but whose empires didn't last. Jesus has the power God promised. God is still working miracles. One of my favourites is him healing the blind man in John 9. The Bible says, if this man were not from God, he wouldn't be able to do anything. Today, God is still in the miracle business. What he is doing in the city of London is powerful, and only he can do such amazing work. All across London, IMB missionaries are showing the love of Jesus and telling people about him through feeding programs for the homeless, through a South Asian outreach, partnering with Greek, Brazilian and Italian small groups. On university campuses, I&B missionaries are connecting with international students through multiple student ministries, through one-on-one counselling for those who don't feel comfortable going to counselling, a small group for those working in the technology industry in London, and a job training programme for the homeless, plus many more. God is doing some amazing and powerful things all over London. Remember Jesus healing the blind man story I mentioned above? One of our I&B missionaries told me about a blind man who started coming to one of these outreach ministries. He accepted Jesus and asked that he be baptized in the canals of London so he could see the true light.
Baptize you, my brother, in the name of the Father,
Amen.
the Son.
Isn't that amazing and powerful? Please pray that God continues to reach those who are walking in darkness all over London, and that those who are from other countries who decide to believe in Jesus will share the good news of Jesus to their friends when they go back home.
All the wonderful things that's going on in New Orleans and in London. Remember, today you're learning how Jesus demonstrated God's power. And he's definitely moving in London, Miami, and in New Orleans. So I can't wait to see you again tomorrow on day 3 and see what we can discover in missions tomorrow.